Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to talk about the tips and tricks of caring for your alocasia, or for more importantly, alocasia poly. Pretty much all the alocasias have almost same requirements, but they can differ based from plants to plants and house to house that you're going to keep it in. But today we're going to talk about this one, which is thriving in my house, and this is the second leaf it's throwing out in my care. So let's get started talking about it. So first of all, let's talk about the lighting requirements of this plant. This plant requires very bright indirect sunlight, so never let your plant sit in a place where the sun would hit directly on its foliage for quite a while, because that would tend to burn out its leaves. But it also requires very bright indirect sunlight. So for me, what I have done, I have kept it in a place where it gets lights from the west window as well as from the south facing window. From both the windows, it is kind of 5 feet away from them, and it is quite a bright location. So that is about the light requirements. And why is it so? Because it is coming from the tropical locations. Primarily, I think it is coming from Philippines, and this one specifically, this is a hybrid. This is not a natural variety, Alocasia poly, but it has also the similar kind of requirements that any other alocasia might have. So you would place it in a very bright indirect sunlight, and also it needs humidity to survive. So for humidity, I am not using a humidifier as of now for any of my plants, and now I keep it near my water fountain, and that kind of suffices its humidity needs, I guess. You can also do one thing. You can have a tray of pebbles, and you can put water, and you can let your pot sit on top of it, so that the water evaporates and it gets its required amount of humidity to survive. The other thing is about watering the plant. So for watering, you need to make sure that it has a little bit of dry period between watering. Not bone dry, you don't need to make your plant go bone dry, but it should have a little dry period in between the watering sessions that it gets. So what I tend to do is I water for my house and my requirements, I kind of water it every 1.5 weeks. So that is a kind of routine and kind of a little bit of maintenance that you need to take care of, or a routine that you might need to follow based on weather to weather. Probably during winter I might be watering it a little less, because the water would evaporate a little less. But during summer and also during winters, what happens is it goes into dormancy, so it wouldn't be growing so vigorously, and probably it might also lose its leaves. So I might not be watering it as frequently as I'm watering it between spring and summer. So those are few things that you need to keep in your mind when you're having this gorgeous of a plant in your home. The other thing about this plant is its potting mix. So for potting mix, you can use orchid bark, pumice, charcoal, or burnt rice husk to kind of mimic the kind of environment it grows in. Very little bit of soil, and it will thrive in that. What I have done for my requirements is I have kept it in the same nursery pot that it came in. When I researched, I found that they like to be a little root bound, and I don't even see the roots coming out from the bottom of the pot yet, so I don't feel a need right now to repot it. So this is where it is staying right now, and I've just put it in a cache pot here where it looks pretty. So that was about the potting mix of the plant. Every 1.5 weeks, when I am watering my plant, I don't douse it from the top. That's my personal thing that I do. I don't douse it on the top. I kind of fill a tray with water, and that's where I put my pot for it to, so it bottom waters itself. It only takes as much water as it needs, and there is no extra water or over watering of this plant that it might rot away. So that is one thing I do with this plant. This is a little not beginner plant, but it's not that difficult to take care of. If you just keep a few things in mind, this plant is very easy to take care of. For water specifically, I don't use the tap water in it because it has some mineral buildups, or it can get some mineral buildup on this plant. And this is since a hybrid, and this is not a natural plant, and anyways this is a pretty finicky plant. So what I do is I use filtered RO water. What you can do if you don't have access to that is you can take your tap water, keep it for 24 hours, let it sit, and then water your plant with it. For fertilization, what I do is in the same water every month, between spring, summer and fall, what I do during that time frame is I use liquid seaweed fertilizer in that particular water mix every 1 month, and then I bottom water this plant, and that's how it has been surviving. About spider mites or pests, so this is pretty susceptible to getting spider mite infestation or any other pest infestation. So I would advise that you keep a close eye on this plant leaves. They're not much, so it is pretty easy to take care of them. Always try to take a peek at the bottom of the leaves. Like if you ever see a leaf drooping or anything happening or yellowing of the leaves, I would suggest quickly go and check whether there are any kind of infestation, and you can just get rid of it. So either you can wash it away, clean it, wipe the leaves. If you wipe the leaves pretty much every month for this particular plant, there's very less chance of it ever getting infestations. So personally what I do is I take a little bit of water in a spray bottle, and it's a 250 ml spray bottle, and I add 2 drops of neem oil in it and just 2 drops of lemon juice, and I mix it well. Why I add lemon is just to emulsify the oil a little, and then what I do, I douse it on a paper towel or a very soft cloth, and then I wipe off the leaves of this plant every month, and that kind of tends to keep away any kind of infestation that this plant might even be susceptible to. So those are the care tips for this plant. There is one more additional thing, is sometimes in winter you might see all the leaves drooping off or falling off and nothing remaining in your pot. So don't throw away your plant, just give very little water to it, keep the bulb alive, the bulb of this plant, the root bulb alive, and you will see in spring and summer it will start again giving you very beautiful and gorgeous leaves, which can be a statement in your house. So that was the video, guys. Hope you liked it. If you did, then do hit the like button, and also consider subscribing to my channel for more such videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.